What the heck is this movie even about? The Batman Part 2 is coming out in about a year and a half, and it seems to be one of the weirdest Batman films ever. Scarlett Johansson has already been cast in an unknown role, even though we might all know what that role is. Sebastian Stan, Bucky Barnes himself, has been cast in what probably is going to be Harvey Dent. This plot is not anything like what I was assuming it would be, if I'm right about who I think the villain really is. Alright, at first people thought it was Mr. Freeze. Then the Joker, which probably is not going to happen, might make a cameo. Then Court of Owls, which is what I wanted. I made a whole video breaking down how it could be Court of Owls. And now apparently there are rumors that Chris Evans, Captain America, is trying to join the Batman Part 2 in a role that we don't know either. What? I think I'm hearing bullshit rumors that Grant Gustin's a part of this film now too. These rumors are probably all garbage. And listen, take this Chris Evans rumor with a grain of salt, massive grain of salt. But it looks like Batman Part 2 is trying to literally be a new Avengers Doomsday film. They're trying to take over all the Marvel actors and put them in here. So I gotta know, before we try to flesh out what the story is, we gotta figure out, who are they playing? Who are they playing? I'm really curious as to who this trinity of actors is playing. I think it's pretty much confirmed who Sebastian Stan is playing. His own makeup artist confirmed it. He is Harvey Dent, aka Two-Face. Now, what the character arc he has in this will be is going to be very interesting. Especially when it comes to his relationship with Scarlett Johansson, who I believe, I first thought she could have been Lady Arkham or Andrea Beaumont, Mask of the Phantasm, but I think she's playing Gilda Dent. I think she's playing his wife in this, guys. I think that's what's happening. Now, whether she could be a villain or not, herself, we know Gilda Dent was a killer in The Long Halloween. We know that Brad Pitt was approached to be cast as Harvey Dent's dad. I think so, at least. That's what I heard, and he denied. He said, I'm not doing that. So we know that they're casting a lot around Harvey Dent. This is a very Harvey Dent-centric story. So that leads one to believe, could it be The Long Halloween that they're adapting? Who knows? Could this be the origin story of Two-Face? Who knows? We do know that it's another murder mystery, and we do know that it has to do with a personal connection in Bruce Wayne's past. We do know that Arkham Asylum will play some kind of role in this. So if Chris Evans is in this, who the hell is he playing? I believe that this story, the Batman Part 2, will fuse the story of Long Halloween and the story of Hush. That's what I think is going to happen. I think Hush will be your main villain instead of the Holiday Killer. The Hush will be the Holiday Killer of this Long Halloween-esque story. Y'all know the story about Hush? Alright, Thomas Elliot, childhood friend of Bruce, who was envious of Bruce, obsessed with Bruce because he wanted everything Bruce had. He wanted to kill his own parents and inherit their fortune, and was jealous of the fact that Bruce's parents died and he got to inherit their fortune. He's obsessed with becoming Bruce as well. Now, in the animated film, for some reason, Riddler was Hush in a twist. It was terrible, horrible choice. I didn't like that at all. So what the hell is the story going to be for the Batman Part 2? I could be wrong about the Hush storyline. I'm just saying, if you're casting another male lead and a star like Chris Evans or someone of that caliber, that character has to have importance, and it could be the villain. Probably is. All depends on Harvey Dent. Is Harvey Dent going to become Two-Face in this? Is he going to be a Two-Face for a lot of the film, or is it just going to be Harvey Dent for most of the film? It's not going to be like The Dark Knight, where he's going to be Two-Face at the end and do the Two-Face thing and start killing people. Well, I personally believe they're not going to make him Two-Face. Maybe not until the very end of the film. I think we're going to get Harvey Dent as just Harvey Dent in this, and maybe get a hint of his origin, his mental breakdown into the split personality. And again, how many storylines have we seen this? The Dark Knight had Harvey Dent's origin story in it. Long Halloween animated adaptation. Like, we've seen it. I do think Matt Reeves and them are trying to go for something a bit fresh. So here's the most likely scenario for what I think is going to go down with this story, alright? And yes, I have both my eyes open because I'm tired, y'all. I'm just tired. I do think this film is going to start with a massive trial off the back of what happened in the first Batman, with the whole renewal thing being exposed and all of these corrupt politicians and cops. There's going to be a whole trial with these people getting convicted. It's going to lead into the deeper corruption. It's going to lay the seeds for the deeper corruption in Gotham. How many politicians are in deep with crime? How many of them are covering up? Maybe hinting at the Court of Owls. Who knows? I really want Court of Owls to be hinted at in this film, y'all. Give it to me. Give it to me and set it up for Part 3, please. Harvey Dent is going to be grilling down on some people. We're going to be seeing Sebastian Stan's lawyer acting skills on display. Who the fuck is messaging me on Facebook? I'm going to delete this app. But that's what's happening, okay? Mr. Oswald himself, the Penguin, is going to be on trial. He's going to be on the stand because he was directly connected to Carmine Falcone. People are suspect of him. You're committing crimes. You're the new kingpin. What's going on? Harvey Dent's going to be grilling down on him. He's going to be like, you got it all wrong. It was Sophia Falcone. It wasn't me. Harvey Dent's going to be like, what happened to this dude, huh? We found this dude was a former employee of yours. He was found dead. What about that? It was Sophia Falcone, Harvey, you gotta know, I had nothing to do with that. I'm a good man. I'm gonna be the mayor. It's gonna be all good. It was Sophia Falcone. That's exactly what he's gonna be saying. Meanwhile, the holiday killings are happening. Alright? People are dying. Politicians, millionaires, but mostly people linked to Wayne Enterprises and linked to Bruce Wayne. Nobody's put those dots together yet, but that's what's gonna be happening. Wayne employees are catching it. They're biting the dust, and it's Christmas. Every single holiday people are getting murdered. This is going to start with Christmas, unlike the last one was started with Halloween, okay? Bruce Wayne's going to have scenes with the Penguin where he's questioning Penguin. What the fuck's going on? You know about this? It wasn't me, Bats. It was Sophia Falcone. You know, he's going to be saying shit like that. Then a corpse ends up in the river or some shit. People find this corpse. This corpse happens to be the corpse of a childhood friend of Bruce's named Thomas. Bruce is like, oh shit. So this is going to be a very Bruce Wayne-centric film. The last film was mostly Batman. This is going to have a lot of Bruce and the personal ties to him. There's going to be a lot of Bruce Wayne in the forefront here. His childhood friend has just died, been killed by this holiday killer. This is personal because he used to be friends with him. Before Bruce left on his journey to be Batman, he was best friends with this dude. They were actually in a trio of friends. High school, college, whatever it might be. Gilda Dent was also part of that trio. She was kind of like the Rachel Dawes to Bruce Wayne back then. You know what I'm saying? She was like a childhood friend that they may or may not have a kindling romance with. But they were a trio. So now Bruce Wayne's putting together, someone's coming for people that I know. My best friend, former best friend, just died. A lot of Wayne employees are dying. Someone's gunning for people at Wayne Enterprises. So he decides, okay, Gilda could be next because she was part of the friends group. She was part of the trio. So me and Gilda could be next. So as Batman, he decides to keep an eye on her. But he sees that something's off with Gilda. She seems a bit unhinged. She seems a bit sus. She is going in and out of Arkham a lot when he's spying on her. Why? Who's she meeting over there? Meanwhile, Harvey's losing his fucking mind because he's trying to nail down Penguin. Because Penguin's a major crime boss. He's trying to nail down Penguin and all of his people who were connected to Carmine Falcone. He's trying to get some RICO cases out on them. And by trying to convict Oswald, he's getting into the ring with sharks. Alright? Maybe someone sends a killer after Harvey. Oswald sends some people after Harvey to kill him. Batman helps save Harvey. Beats the shit out of them. Harvey and him have a little talk and Harvey talks about his lucky coin that he always has. Some stupid shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Introduce the coin early on. Gilda, Scarlett Johansson, warns Harvey to stop. By continuously putting yourself in the crossfire, you're going to be killed. Alright? Harvey's like, how would you know? How do you know how these people act and all this stuff, you know? Hinting at the potentially having a dark past or some connections with people. Who knows? Then after his conversation with her, he starts to spiral into a rabbit hole. What's happening? There are things happening in Gotham that I don't know about. And it's connected to Penguin, it's connected to the Batman, it's connected to everything. And I'm the one who's out of the loop. So it leads him down the rabbit hole. He begins to suspect Bruce Wayne because he's starting to see Gilda and Bruce Wayne meet a lot. They're talking a lot. He's like, this Bruce Wayne character is a bit of a recluse. He's a bit of an outcast. Now he's back in the spotlight with all these things happening. He knows something. I know he does. He's very suspect. So he starts to ask Commissioner Gordon for help. Commissioner Gordon's like, all right, you gotta chill, man. I know you're the DA and everything, but there are rules and regulations. I know you want Penguin, all right? Let's chill. Because Harvey knows and has seen pictures of Bruce Wayne and Penguin meeting, you know? Bruce Wayne has been to the Iceberg Lounge in Batman 1. He's been seen with Penguin and Carmine Falcone at the mayor's funeral, right? So Harvey begins to suspect, is Bruce involved in this crime organization? A new body's found on Thanksgiving. Remember, every single holiday shit's found, alright? This is a professor. A professor of a school that Bruce, Gilda, and Thomas used to go to. Very, very interesting. Bruce is like, oh shit, yet again another connection to me. Someone is targeting me, or maybe was targeting Thomas, or who knows. Someone's targeting everyone that we knew. There are flashbacks that start to happen of them hanging out. In these flashbacks, very vital information is told to the audience. Thomas was bullied by his parents. He did not have a good relationship with his parents. Thomas being Chris Evans' character, right? As a kid. Gilda was very, very shy, subdued, kind of bullied herself by the other kids, but her and Bruce grew a liking to each other, and the professor was very, very strict with them. So Bruce is trying to track down Hush. He's trying to track down this killer who's taking names every single holiday. He asks Gilda about what she remembers from that time, of that professor, of Thomas. She tells him that Thomas's relationship with his parents was always strained, and he was always trying to escape them. Then that car crash happened that almost killed both his parents. His dad died in the car crash, but his mom survived thanks to Bruce's dad. Bruce Wayne himself didn't even know this. Bruce's dad saved Thomas's mom, and basically stopped Thomas from being a straight-up orphan. But Thomas was pretty much traumatized from the event. Bruce asks, where's his mom now? See, Bruce doesn't know about any of this, and Bruce doesn't even know what happened to Thomas or his mom because Bruce was out of the loop for a while when going on his journey to become Batman. Very important. He asks, where's the mom now? She tells him, Oh, she's at this old folks home. I remember she's very sick. Her mind doesn't function. Her body barely functions. So he goes to meet her. Bruce goes to meet her because he wants to talk to her about what she might remember. Who would want Thomas dead? She says something very weird to Bruce. Back again, dear boy, when she sees him. Bruce is very confused, thinking, okay, she's probably just schizophrenic and old and shit. He asks, like, who would want to kill your son? And she says, Thomas, is my boy dead? And he's like, yes. And she laughs. She smiles very gleefully. She's very happy. Bruce is like, what the hell? So this sets up her as like a terrible mother. Like, damn, how abusive was this dude's parents? How much did they hate him? Very, very important. Meanwhile, Gilda gets attacked by Hush. I had to find some picture of Scarlett Johansson getting attacked, so I found the one of her getting attacked by Bucky, ironically. But Harvey tries to save her, gets his ass whooped, so Batman and Hush have their first fight. And Hush in this knows how to fight. He knows how to fight, man. He's not just a doctor and a scientist. No, he knows how to fucking fight. Not just use guns. So they have a fight. Hush escapes. Harvey's hell-bent and convinced that this dude's responsible. He thinks Penguin is responsible for trying to kill him and using Hush to do it. The Holiday Killer, all this is all around the Penguin. So, in a public scene where there are a lot of cameras, Harvey, in a fit of anger and rage, socks Oswald. Oswald bleeds profusely. He's like, I'm gonna get you back, Harvey. I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna make you dead. I'm gonna put you in Arkham like I did Sophia Falcone. Bruce checks up on Gilda, who's in the hospital after getting attacked. Gilda mentions that she missed Bruce. He left very suddenly. He left her and Thomas when they were at their worst. Thomas was going through it. She was going through some shit, right? She mentions that she was in and out of Arkham a bit because she was going through some depression, some anxiety, some crazy phases, and Bruce apologizes that he wasn't there. Then she says, I saw you watching me, by the way. Bruce panics a bit because he's like, shit. I was watching her as the Batman. Is she saying that she knows who I am? So he kind of panics and leaves, right? He tries to sever kind of communication with her and back off. Then Bruce starts noticing some shit, some irregularities in the accounting. In the numbers. Him and Alfred, Alfred goes up to him and is like, Bruce, why did you approve this? Apparently, Wayne Enterprises is funding this stuff that Bruce doesn't want to be funded. This stuff that will help the elites of the city, okay? And Bruce is like, why? Who gave you the executive order to do this shit? And they say, you did. You gave us permission to do this. You were there in person. And Bruce is like, what? Am I blanking on something? Am I misremembering something? Alfred starts telling him, yo, I saw you at the house. Here, but Bruce is like, I was never at the house at this time. What do you mean? The bank says that, yo, we got this signing authority from you. And Bruce is like, I was never there. I never signed anything with the bank. I'm trying to be Batman. I don't give a shit about any of this. Apparently, Bruce was again seen at the Iceberg Lounge with some people that are supposed to be on trial. Not good at all. Commissioner Gordon starts paying attention to Bruce and taking Harvey Dent's words more seriously. Apparently, Bruce was also caught on camera doing this in the Iceberg Lounge, hacking it up with some of the criminals of Gotham. Bruce is like, what the fuck is going on? I have no idea. I was never there. Meanwhile, Harvey, we see from Harvey's POV, Bruce and Gilda are starting to get cuddly and flirting. Harvey's starting to go a bit more unhinged as the movie goes along, you see? So him and Bruce have a confrontation, and Bruce starts being kind of like a bully almost, telling Harvey to eat shit and saying, listen, man, who knows what could happen if you try to meddle in things you shouldn't. And Harvey's like, bro, did you just threaten me? Everything's getting confused. Why is Bruce acting like this? So Harvey starts to look into Bruce and starts to think, okay, he's involved with the Penguin. They're all connected. It's all connected. I'm right about this whole thing, this whole conspiracy. So Harvey meets with Gordon. And they're like, yo, we need Batman's help to talk to Bruce, interrogate him, figure out what's going on. Batman's in a situation now. He's in a corner because what the fuck is happening? Bruce Wayne is getting shafted by every direction. He's doing things I don't even know. People are saying I was there, I wasn't. What's happening? Am I being impersonated right now? Gilda comes up to Bruce and she says, listen, I know we had a heart-to-heart earlier, but we can't be together. I'm sorry for leading you on. And Bruce is like, what the fuck are you talking about? She's referring to him and her flirting it up in front of Harvey. And she says, oh, Harvey won't like us talking together, so we should stop. And Bruce is like, what? We didn't even do anything. I wasn't there. I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, you were getting angry. You were getting very feisty with Harvey, and he was very angry. And he's like, I don't know what's happening. She's like, what do you mean? Then they have a conversation where he's like, someone's impersonating me and trying to ruin my reputation, I think. And she's like, yeah, it didn't feel like that was you when I was there. Do you think it's connected to the Holiday Killer? He's like, I think maybe. And she's like, did you visit Thomas's mom? And he's like, yeah, I did. She freaking laughed when she found out her son died. And she says, it makes sense because Thomas and his parents never got along, you know. He always wished that he had your parents. He always wished that he was you. Bruce is like, wait, what? I didn't know any of this. That's very sus. So Bruce starts looking into shit. He finds out that Wayne Enterprises has bought out Elliott Group, Thomas's parents' company. He didn't know about this either, but apparently he signed off on it when Wayne Enterprises made a whole bunch of investments. He starts looking into the car crash with Elliott's parents, and apparently the police report said there was some foul play maybe involved. He's like, fuck. Bruce did not know about any of this because he was out of the loop trying to be Batman when it all happened, mind you. Then, eventually in the course of the story, we find out that his mom was here because of unnatural things. She was given a questionable medication. She was under care from her son. Bruce puts it together basically that he poisoned his own mother and put her there and basically took control of their fortune after Bruce's dad saved her. The dude at the morgue has been paid off, apparently, and Thomas's corpse is not there. Someone else's corpse is. So it's made clear now, alright, Thomas is trying to fuck me over and impersonate me somehow. I need to find Chris Evans and track him down. But he can't because Chris Evans is nowhere to be found. There's no facial recognition anywhere about him. Nothing. Bruce is confused as hell. What is happening? Then on Halloween night, very, very poetic that it's Halloween, the holiday that people can dress up as somebody else, Gordon is shot multiple times. Not dead, but he's shot multiple times by someone who looks very much like Bruce Wayne, convincing Gordon that it was Bruce Wayne who shot him. So Gordon tells everyone it was Bruce who shot me. He's the holiday killer. It has to be. He killed me on Halloween. So the cops put an APB out on Bruce. They all try to track him down. But Bruce is nowhere to be found because Bruce is dressed up as Batman. He's like, fuck it. I gotta figure this shit out. If they arrest me, I won't be able to figure any of this stuff out. Who's impersonating me? Meanwhile, somebody knocks on the door at Wayne Mansion. And it's none other than Harvey Dent, who points a gun at Alfred and says, honey, he's unhinged now. He's like, where's Bruce? I know he's involved with the Penguin. Where's Bruce? Where's Bruce? Alfred's like, Harvey, you don't want to know what's happening. And Harvey's like, I don't give a fuck. Over the course of being in Bruce's mansion, threatening Alfred, basically he finds out that there's a secret door. And he threatens Alfred, I'm going to put a bullet in you if you don't tell me where this leads to. And Harvey finds the Batcave. Okay, Harvey's like, oh shit. Y'all been hiding this. Bruce is Batman. Meanwhile, Gilda is telling the police and media, Bruce has been acting very aggressive towards me. Threatened me and Harvey. What? Batman's like, what the hell's going on? What's happening right now? How the fuck is someone impersonating Gilda now too? What the hell's going on? Then we have the reveal. Batman, in the course of being hunted by the police, comes face to face with the person who's been fucking him over this entire time, who looks like him. Basically, Thomas Elliott now has Bruce Wayne's face. Looks exactly like him, has the same voice too. Somehow, I don't know how that would work, but let's say he does, okay? He tells him exactly what's been happening. I've been watching you for years, bruv. I've been watching you, studying you, been obsessed with you. I knew you were Batman years ago. Years ago, I was the first to know, brother. And I've been waiting carefully for this moment. It will also be revealed that the other childhood friend who was waiting for this moment was Gilda, and they were in cahoots. Why? Well, they've been working together since Bruce left, because when Bruce left, Thomas was always jealous of Bruce and obsessed with him, gaining his wealth, gaining his influence, gaining his organization. Gilda was this mentally unstable chick that relied on Bruce a lot. He was her only friend, love interest too. Then he left, she was broken, and Thomas kind of roused her in, manipulated her, and basically they were the ultimate power couple that was going to take revenge on Bruce. They planned to take everything from Bruce with, and this is going to be inferred, help from some higher-ups in the city that they would do favors for, like putting investments into certain things that would help certain elites in Gotham, hinting once again at the Court of Owls. We're not going to say it outright, but we're going to infer that, all right? Harvey overhears this because Harvey's been tracking and following Bruce with the help of Alfred. Pulls out his gun, is about to kill Batman, but he sees that Gilda's a part of this now too, and he's just watching this happen, and he's like, oh fuck, I was wrong about everything. There's probably a smoother way to write all this. This is just me spitballing it. But basically, there's a final confrontation. Batman has his fight with Hush. Harvey is going to shoot Gilda dead. He's going to kill his own wife to save Bruce Wayne, Batman. This dude who's hated for the majority of the movie. But because he's still a man of honor and truth, he shoots his wife. But this is the first step to his pure mental breakdown and instability. So, at the end of the film, basically, Bruce defeats Hush. is proven right, because Hush goes to prison with Bruce's face, but he now knows Batman's secret, and so does Harvey. Bruce has now lost 2 childhood friends, one to insanity and the other one to death. Harvey's lost his wife. Wayne Enterprises has been fucked over left and right. It's crazy. So Bruce learns, okay, shit. I can't do this thing where I'm just Batman. I can't be neglecting Bruce Wayne. I need to live that life, because without it, I abandoned my friends, I abandoned my parents' company, I allowed my private life to be exploited. I can't do this anymore. This is the dawn of Bruce adopting the extroverted playboy persona by day and Batman by night, because we've only seen him be emo Bruce. Now this sets up Bruce leaning into that debonair character so that he can cover himself better, so that he can protect those he needs to better. That sets that up. Then we have the ending, the final scene of the movie. Harvey Dent is unstable as fuck now, okay? By the way, his split personality is kicking in, but he's hiding it. He's at this gala, right? This gala with all these elites. Penguin comes up to him and says, "That was a nice right cross you had there, Harvey. I thought I'd pay you back, though, tonight." And Harvey's just like, "What the hell?" Laughs it off. He's like, "We'll see about that, man. We'll see. I'll see you in court." Then Harvey outside is met by someone who says, "Yo, hey, Harvey, I got something for you." Push! Throws a bunch of acid on his face. Basically, Penguin's retribution for being punched up and embarrassed in front of the public by Harvey earlier. And the final scene of the film is Harvey screaming in agony while half his face is getting burned off, setting him up as Two-Face for Batman 3. Not the main villain, but a consequential villain, hopefully with the fucking Court of Owls. I don't know how they would do it, but that's my thoughts on that. Yep, that's that. That's what I think will be the plot of Batman. Probably not. Probably won't be anything like that, but I kind of think it will be. Did I cook? I would be surprised if 60% of this is what happens in the actual film, but I'd be very, very happy. I'd be very, very happy about it. I'd be very happy if the childhood friend element with Gilda, Thomas, and Bruce was there. And I just know that Penguin's role will be something like that, where Harvey's going to come after him, because I don't think Penguin's going to be the ultimate villain and have a big role, but he'll cameo just enough to make it worth it. Him being the main dude who spills acid on Harvey's great. Come on, guys! Did I cook a little bit? Just a little bit. Maybe Harvey finding out Bruce's identity in the way he did is a bit, too much and cheesy and over the top. Fine. You could have done it another way. But I think it'd be perfect if he was there in the final showdown to kill his wife who's gone crazy. You know what I'm saying? But maybe Gilda being a villain is too much anyways. But regardless, that's how Hush should be done, in my opinion, in this story. And if you don't kill Hush in this, you can send him to Arkham. Maybe he has some conversations with some other villains, or like the Joker. And there's a mass prison break where they all are out in Gotham City, and it's like a no man's land story for the Batman 3 where Batman has to hunt them all down. Who knows? Unfortunately, Court of Owls will be abandoned then. I really wanted Court of Owls, man. All good though. Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a mission to take over Hollywood. But the army must keep growing. If you want to suggest video topics to me, or talk about your favorite movies or favorite film theories in a community with like-minded individuals, join the Zafy Discord now. Link is in the description and the comment section as well. Join us. This movement is just beginning. We're taking over Hollywood, one coke line at a time.